When most remote workers think of Europe, they picture the usual hotspots: Lisbon, Barcelona, Berlin. But just a little farther east lies a city that's equally beautiful, more affordable, and quietly becoming one of the top places in the world to live and work remotely. Budapest, Hungary, isn't just a postcard-perfect destination. It's a practical, inspiring, and increasingly strategic home base for digital nomads, freelancers, and entrepreneurs. So what's the big draw? Why is Budapest still flying under the radar? And what's it really like to live and work here long-term? Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth location guides, remote work tips, and travel breakdowns for freelancers and founders. Now let's get into why Budapest might just be Eastern Europe's best-kept secret for remote workers. Let's start with what remote workers care about most: infrastructure. In Budapest, the Wi-Fi is fast, reliable, and cheap. Most apartments, cafes, and co-working spaces offer speeds of 100 to 500 megabits per second, which is more than enough for video calls, uploads, cloud workflows, or running a full-stack remote team. The city is packed with modern co-working spaces, from sleek startup-style hubs to artsy creative lofts. Captar, Lofties, Impact Hub, and Work Hub are just a few of the many spaces offering ergonomic seating, meeting rooms, great coffee, and a like-minded community. But you don't have to pay for a desk to get work done. Budapest's cafe culture is strong, especially in neighborhoods like District 7, the Jewish Quarter, and District 5 near the Parliament. Places like Medal, Fekete, and Espresso Embassy are laptop-friendly, laid-back, and well-stocked with third-wave coffee and buttery pastries. Then there's the cost of living. Another reason Budapest is such a draw. While prices have risen slightly over the past few years, Budapest is still extremely affordable compared to major Western European cities. A furnished one-bedroom apartment in the city center might run you $700 to $1,200 per month. A monthly Metro Pass costs around $30, and a co-working membership ranges from $100 to $200. Eating out is easy on the wallet, too. A nice meal at a local restaurant is often under $10 to $15, and a glass of excellent Hungarian wine rarely costs more than $4. You can live comfortably, eat well, get work done, and still save money. And because the cost of living is so manageable, many remote workers report being able to invest more in their businesses, travel more often, or simply work fewer hours while maintaining a great quality of life. But Budapest isn't just functional, it's drop-dead gorgeous. Divided by the Danube River, the city is made up of two sides: Buda, with its green hills, castles, and quiet neighborhoods, and Pest, the flatter, livelier side filled with buzzing cafes, historic buildings, and boutique shops. Walking around Budapest feels like being in a Wes Anderson movie. Ornate facades, grand bridges, Art Nouveau cafes, and river views at every turn. Even the metro stations are charming, with wood-paneled cars and vaulted tile ceilings. And then there are the thermal baths. Built into the city's natural hot springs, these spas are more than just tourist attractions. They're part of everyday life. Széchenyi, Gellért, and Rudas baths offer a chance to unwind, recharge, and even socialize. It's not uncommon to find a group of remote workers soaking in the 100-degree Fahrenheit pools with laptops nearby and plans to head to a meetup after. This is what work-life balance looks like here. And that work-life balance is key to why Budapest is thriving as a remote work destination. This is a city that values leisure. Long lunches are common. The pace of life is calm but productive. Remote workers aren't just closing deals. They're taking midday walks along the Danube, attending outdoor concerts, or sipping espresso in shaded courtyards. It also helps that Budapest is incredibly walkable. The city is flat, compact, and well-organized. Whether you live in the historic center or in a quieter district like Ujlipot-Faros, you can get anywhere you need to go by foot, bike, or one of the many metro, tram, and bus lines. There's even a public ferry that runs along the Danube. Yes, you can commute to your co-working space by boat. Let's talk about community. Budapest has one of the most active remote work and startup scenes in Eastern Europe. You'll find Telegram groups, Slack channels, and Facebook communities dedicated to nomads, freelancers, and tech professionals. Weekly events include everything from pitch nights and founder breakfasts to work from thermal bath meetups. English is widely spoken in professional circles, especially among younger Hungarians, and most co-working spaces and meetups are conducted in English. That said, learning a bit of Hungarian, like szia for hello or köszönöm for thank you, goes a long way in showing respect and making local connections. The government has also made it easier to stay long-term. In 2022, Hungary introduced the White Card visa, which is specifically designed for digital nomads and remote workers earning income from outside the country. It's valid for up to 1 year, with the possibility to renew, and requires proof of income, travel insurance, and housing. It's one of the more accessible nomad visas in Europe, and it's helping attract people who want to build a home base rather than constantly travel. And Budapest is the perfect place to do that, because it's not just a work hub, it's also a launchpad for the rest of Europe. Hungary's central location means you're just a few hours from cities like Vienna, Prague, Krakow, or Ljubljana. Flights to Italy, Spain, or Greece are often under $50 on budget airlines. And if you prefer slow travel, the rail and bus networks connect you easily to nearly every major destination on the continent. But you don't need to leave Budapest to find adventure. On weekends, locals and nomads alike head to Lake Balaton, often called the Hungarian Sea, for swimming, wine tasting, and lakeside cycling. You can also hike in the Buda Hills, explore Baroque towns like Szentendre, or visit the vineyards of Etyek, all within an hour of the city. Of course, no place is perfect. Summers in Budapest can get hot, sometimes over 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and winters are cold and gray, though the Christmas markets more than make up for it. Hungary's bureaucracy can also be slow and somewhat old school. Some documents need to be printed and notarized in person, and government websites aren't always user-friendly. But if you're patient and work with a local agency or fixer, you'll get through it just fine. Another thing to keep in mind is that while Budapest is open and cosmopolitan, Hungarian politics lean conservative, and public services outside major cities may be less accommodating to foreigners. But in day-to-day life, especially in Budapest, remote workers find the city to be friendly, diverse, and welcoming. So, what does life in Budapest look like for a remote worker? It looks like walking to your co-working space past historic palaces and Art Nouveau balconies. It looks like $1 espressos and $10 three-course lunches. It looks like thermal spas after a long day of meetings, sunset views over the Danube, and weekly meetups with people from around the world. It looks like more time for yourself, more space for your creativity, and the financial breathing room to actually enjoy the life you're building. Budapest is where hustle meets harmony. It's not flashy, it's not crowded, and that's what makes it special. In a world where everyone's looking for the next remote work hub, Budapest is already quietly thriving, offering everything you need and nothing you don't. The question is, will it stay a secret much longer? Or will this be the year you discover it for yourself? If you're curious about more underrated cities for remote work, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out our next video on the best places to live and work abroad for under $2,000 a month.